This is Her to You, and welcome to Wednesday's Random. So today on what 10/6? It's 10/6/21. The randomness of the day, which is so fitting because of the October being the spooky month, is Black Widow, and the Black Widow would be me. I'm the Black Widow. So so basically, like all other Wednesday randoms, they all come about with a conversation that I've had, and then guess what? Boom, I have a topic. So pretty much, I was having a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about how single women are like, a lot of pressure is put on single women, about one, being single, and then two, us being the sole reason why we're single. Um, and a lot of my conversations now, I really try to get deep in them in regards to um, trying to figure out how they relate to my healing journey, right? Because that's what I'm on. And that's like going to be obviously a thing that's going to be constant in these videos. Like this is me presenting myself, getting myself out there, getting my truth out there, so that I can heal, so that I can hear, so that I can see how certain things are affecting me, right? So I've been a single woman for years, literally years. I've dated, like, I can date my butt off, actually. I'm great at it, right? So I can date, but I haven't been in a real relationship, in a really committed relationship, in some time, right? And I didn't notice until I had this conversation with my friend, really how me being labeled a Black Widow really hindered me, right? Because it's automatically, I'm going into a situation being told that I'm a being told that I'm a Black Widow, which is wild, right? So it makes me think about, like, when you're going to like a gathering at your family's house or whatever, and let's say you walk in single, all the singleness of you know what I'm saying, you walk in and you chilling with your aunties and uncles, and of course it comes up like, girl, when you gonna get a man? What's wrong with you? Or you must, and they'll get vulgar, like, that must not mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? You like, hold the phone. Are you serious right now? Like, they give you all that pressure. Meanwhile, your big head cousin walk in, and they like, you didn't bring one of your girls? Because I know you got them. You know what I'm saying? I know you got like girls, so where you get. And he been single for as long as you have. You know what I'm saying? And no one is putting that pressure on him to chill. Mind you, they like, girl, you getting too old. You ain't gonna, that thing ain't gonna be when it gonna be, when it gonna be. And you like, hold on. Are you serious? So that's the story. That's where I'm at with it, right? Like, and I think I done got numb to it, and that's the reason why, like, I've noticed, like, a lot of my healing journey, like a lot of this whole journey is been like waking up things that have been asleep, right? And things that I've just allowed to be put on me. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, what is it? It's what's the saying? Like, it's not what you called or something, it's what you respond to, right? So I've been responding to being called a Black Widow, and I've laughed at it and joked with it. I even said it, right? Not realizing the negative effect that it probably had on me, right? So, for example, anytime I tell my friends or like my peoples, like, hey, I met this guy, da da da, they're like, They always got the eye like, like, so how long is this gonna be I'm like, until me what? You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'll just joke around on it because it's been a natural thing to happen, right? Even some will be like, well, we don't really need to know his name because he might not last. Like, okay, well, but I will be accepting of that, right? So, um, and then when we break up, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, yeah, that's not a thing. Or they'll call me. Like, my people's be calling and doing like 2-week, 3-week checks. Like, hey, is he still around? Because we know how you are. And that's like that thing, right? We know how you are. We know how you are. So I'm like, well, how am I? You know what I'm saying? So I have this thing where people call me mean, which I'm working through because I agree with it and I don't agree with it. So I'm still trying to figure out what place that falls in. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at a Black Widow, like a Black Widow spider, what she does, like she kills her mates after after they get done doing what they do, after she have her babies, all that. Listen, in real life, right? Because obviously I can't be killing people. But if I was to bounce or chuck deuces on somebody after getting what I want, oh, I would have so much. Like, I would have so much. So one, that's false, right? Because I'm not going intentionally after someone to just take from them, right? I'd be genuinely trying to see what's up, trying to see if this could be a relationship, trying to see what's up. But that's the thing, right? If it doesn't work, that's okay. That is okay. If I decide like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do this, right? Because I'm very cautious about, I may have been overly cautious into everybody's, fault. Obviously, I have been guilty of probably sabotaging some relationships. So there's that. But a Black Widow, I'm not submitting to. I'm not submitting to being a Black Widow because I'm a genuine down-to-earth person. I believe in karma. I don't take advantage of people, right? And then when I really tell them like, yo, this is what happened, because he did this or he did this, it be some like, oh, no, like, then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So because I don't have to stay long enough to see if this is going to work out. At this point, that's where I'm at, right? Maybe something else will happen. But right now, in my thought process is I'm not staying nowhere that I'm just trying to stay in because I'm not trying to be labeled a Black Widow. Like, no. What needs to happen is y'all need to stop calling me a Black Widow, first of all. 2, allow me to just be single. Like, if that's what it is, then that's just what it is, right? And I'll find whatever I need to find, or whatever will need to find me needs to find me. But the thing is, like, we need to stop putting that type of pressure on women, because if you really listen to these stories, like, you would be like, sis, get up out of that. Like, get up out of that situation, or that's not even worth it, right? I've had some crazy stuff happen, and you wouldn't want me to be in that relationship. You wouldn't. So after I've told my friends everything, then they'll be like, okay, yeah, I understand. But yet you're still calling me, like, you're still like what you do, or I'm still this, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that we just need to, I feel like now that I recognize that, oh yeah, I'm chin checking all my friends. Like, or I'm not even telling you, because if that's the case, then we just gonna keep it silent until he deserves to be brought out, you know what I'm saying, or come out. But so I'm so glad that came out, because I needed that up off of me. I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, there's nothing that I'm doing. The reason why I stayed single, the reason why it looks crazy, right? Why it looks like it's been years, is because I was a single mom, and I thought it was, and that was another thing. I was put under pressure, like, you just need to, you just need to worry about your child. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I've dated and I had like these little, like, I won't even call them really relationships, but whatever. So that's what I did. So a lot of the years, especially when I moved to Texas, I literally just focused on me and my child. So it just looks mad crazy because it's been a long time, but it really was about really me just really focusing and honing on what my family is, me and my child, getting that foundation solid. And then when I moved to Atlanta, or excuse me, to Georgia, the first year, it was, you know, again, me going through what I was going through, and I just didn't have time to really just think about a man and date and everything else. And now that I'm in a situation where, of course, I could date. Now I'm focused on other things. That's crazy too, because I don't necessarily have a desire to be in a relationship right now. Like my desire is to stay focused and to do, you know, check off my dreams and my goal list. And so I may possibly be single for another little while, but I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to be able to be freely. I want to be able to live freely in my singleness. I want to be able to still have relationships with my married friends and my friends that have boyfriends and or girlfriends or whatever, and be able to function without that whole thing like, you, so you ain't bring nobody? Do you want to bring anybody? You know? Like, nah, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna just be right here and enjoy this, and then I'm gonna go home because I'm actually happy. Like, I'm not sad or lonely. Like, I'm actually good. And there's a lot of women who are actually really good. So, you know, we gotta stop putting that type of pressure on women, especially, y'all know, like, and I know this is dangerous, but it is dangerous, right? Men can be some very dangerous people to women, especially single women. Obviously single women, but we just have to, and that's going to be another topic that I'm going to get into. So I'm not even going to get into that because I definitely want to discuss that with a guy, with a couple guys. But this also will be a conversation. Like, I'm definitely going to turn this into the conversation, and get some of my other single friends. And if anybody else wants to get on, let me know. Comment below, whatever. If you also feel this type of pressure to be in a relationship because you've been single for a long time, or whatever, or you've had several unsuccessful relationships. So just, you know, comment, subscribe. I forgot all that. So just comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. I'm saying I post every Wednesday around 12-ish. It's supposed to be 12, but the way my life be set up, sometimes it be 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock. So, and just look out for that notification. You can also find me on YouTube, and then you'll obviously, if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified. So yeah, so that's it for me right now for the Wednesdays. Yeah, so Wednesday Random, Black Widow. Peoples, let's just be kind. Let's be kind to our single people. They're already doing it by themselves, you know. Don't put any more pressure on them. So everyone, that's my thoughts. All right. Thank you, guys.